Hi guys, welcome back. Right, final part of the Predator build. It's been a long one, this one, so loads and loads of work, so I hope you enjoyed this video. First, I'm just going to do a quick recap slideshow of how we got to this point. So, let's get on with it. Right guys, welcome back. Now what we're doing now is we're going to give everything a quick PVA coat before we start painting and adding other sealants and cocoa fibre and stuff. So if you can see, in places there's cracks. So what we do, by sealing all these little cracks up, it stops, when you come and put your pond sealer on, it stops any pond sealer getting through and melting basically behind. Also smooths out and basically glues any flicky bits of grout or anything. Yeah, it's another part that's a massive job, but it's essential to the finished result. So you've got to get in every single little crevice. It's just a basic PVA you get out of any craft shop or anything, about £1 for a little bottle. But then, as I've unmasked everything, once we've done this and we've gone round any little gaps, we'll mask up again so we can paint. The reason why I've taken it off, as you see there, I want to make sure none of the masking tape is all stuck on, so you won't be able to get it off. Now we can actually mask up properly and have a clean up, make sure there's no like a little bit on the mask there. Just basically clean it all up, then mask again, and then we can start painting. Alright guys, we've done the PVA mix, and as you can see there, I've also got a sand and PVA mix. Now this is handy because I missed a few tiny little bits around the mask, so it's good for filling in those holes. But obviously everywhere I want to paint is all covered in PVA. So now what we're going to do, we're going to leave this to dry, mask it all up again, and then start adding some paint. The sand PVA gives it sort of a different sort of texture. I've done this on quite a few builds now, and I quite like this, the way it comes out. Yeah. to take place a bit. What I had to make sure is all around the mast there was no holes anywhere. So once that's all covered in cocoa fibre, it should look okay. Again, all around the bottom, that'll get all covered in cocoa fibre. So we're going to mask up the bottom as well so that doesn't get mixed up. So it's basically get back to masking everything up again. Right guys, we've remasked everything, so now what we're going to do, we're going to add some spray paint. So we're going to add some base coats. So we've got some silver first. This will drastically change everything, get rid of all that manky blue. And let's start looking a little bit more like a Tarantula Enclosure. So what we add in here is a primer. So what I've done with it is, obviously, because I'm picking out the bits I want to be rock effect, I've just done the whole thing in grout, and as if I was going to do it like the Goonies build with a total rock effect. Then I know everything's sealed, it's all got grout on it, then I can pick out the bits that I want rock effect, and then the rest can be cocoa fibre. Right, so we'll come back once it's all... It's starting to look like it's better now. All spray black. So now I can actually pick where I want to obviously add the paint to make it rock effect look, and where I want to add the cocoa fibre. But yeah, it's starting to should look like an enclosure now. So the next bit is to work out where we're going to go and then start adding. We're nearly getting to the fun bit now. That bit was a mammoth task. Obviously we're going to keep all the masking tape in place until we lay down the cocoa fibre, and then we'll take off the masking tape, touch up any more cocoa fibre. But next bit's paint, so let's leave this one to dry. Alright guys, we're gonna start adding paint now. So we're gonna start picking out which bits we want rock effect and start adding paints to that bit, and then it will be the cocoa fibre added afterwards. So what we're gonna do now is paint. So as I said, now I'm gonna sort of have a rock bit, this bit and this bit, and then start adding the cocoa fibre afterwards once we've sealed the paint in. So what we're going to use is, so you've got your sponge brush, and we're going to mix up some black and white acrylics to make a nice grey. So when you're doing this, you basically want barely anything on your brush, and you just dab it on. It's a very slow process, so you just build up the colour as you go along. It's basically a dry sponge. It's a very easy technique to do. But effective. So basically what you want is dry a brush as possible, or dry a sponge even, and you just dab over. This way it picks up all the bits you want paint in, and leaving sort of the black where you don't want it. You know, you want to see all the like nooks and crannies. The secret is not to put too much on. And just build it up slowly. As you can see, it's starting to build up nicely now. Loads more to do. Alright guys, we've gone for a sort of browny sort of effect on the rock. Something slightly different. Obviously, I've just picked out the sides, which are actually going to be covered. So I'm thinking cocoa fibre around the bottom, maybe run some cocoa fibre down there, maybe in the joins. I wanted to keep it quite dark and menacing. I think it's looking alright. As I said, it's just dab effect, and I've added on paint to bring it up a bit. I didn't want to just go grey and grey coloured this time. Just wanted something a bit different. Right guys, I sealed all the paint on, and now we're adding the cocoa fibre. So, starting to add it all around. I'm going to need to seal the sides, but the bigger areas, like down below, I'm going to use black aquarium sealant and then push cocoa fibre on it. But around the mask and everywhere else, I use a hot glue gun and then press the cocoa fibre onto the hot glue gun. It gives you a bit more precise thing, because the black sealant can get quite messy. So I wanted it to be sort of precise and not go absolutely everywhere. It's pretty easy to do. You just pick the area So you want some cocoa fibre, a load of glue there. You've got to make sure your cocoa fibre is bone dry. Dry this out for a couple of days. So it's basically like how it comes off the block before you moisten it. Because you just press it in. As you can see, you get it exactly where you want it. But the bottom bit here, I'm going to use black sealant for the big parts. Yeah, it's starting to come together. Right guys, I think that's pretty much how I want it. You can see, it's all the thing. I've got substrate in there now. Now's the finishing bits. Had some moss, plants, etc. Yeah. Quite pleased how that's turned out. Alright guys, it's complete. Added some ferns, so once they start growing in, belows, better give it a bit more height as well. Another little plant down there. Don't ask me what these plants are, they were cuttings off a mate of mine on the group. Yeah. That's quite cool. Pleased with that one. This is a different sort of thing. I've added cocoa. I was just going to have 2 jets of rock, but I thought as I picked out the bits I want, just cocoa fibre with a rocky effect. Once the plants grow in, it'll look loads better. Hide nice and discreet down there. Yeah. Pleased with that one. So test the lights, they're all good. They'll look better at night. Just an added extra. As I say, we're all done. Oh, I've got one vital thing. Alright guys, got a couple of bits. I've added some moss and a skull down the bottom, because that's quite relative to the film as well. Plus it's perfect little size. I think we are nearly, oh, we are done. So once the moss starts growing as well, I did some at the back there, and all the plants come in, start growing bigger, it'll look even better. Okay, it's got the look I wanted to go for. I wanted it sort of like the Predator was looking through bushes and stuff. I think that works out quite well. Alright guys, thank you. Well guys, thanks for watching. All done. Pretty pleased with this one. Thanks for watching, thanks for following the series. Hope you enjoyed it all. Hope it's given you ideas to build something cool as well. I love the theme builds. If you want us to have any ideas what you'd like me to do, please comment down below. Any ideas you want seeing done. I think I want to do an alien one next. So we'll have to see. Until we get, I'm looking for a Pima for this one. So if you know of anyone, give me a shout. Adult, female, sub-adults. It's got to be quite big because it's quite a big enclosure. So let me know on that one. As usual, comment down below. Thumbs up. Subscribe. Ring that bell. Doesn't cost you anything, but it shows you when my next video is coming up and notifications and all that lot. Really helps me out and I really appreciate it. Apart from that, yes, comments. I'll see you soon. Thanks, guys.